Welcome to today's television programming. Sort of, I guess, in a sense. In that, could be I guess there could be a television involved. That's just me exposing the tender age and many years ago, which I was first exposed to the concept of a screen that had visuals, images, and audio coming out of it. Namely, a little black and white TV. You just put those metal antennas up, and it would catch signals. It's kind of a miracle back then, and it still is. I mean, obviously we do it in a different way. We have digitals, but the concept of information flying through the invisible air and you just being able to grab it, pretty wild thing to get your head around if you think about it. I'm in definitely a high conceptual mode today, or at least conceptual mode. Anyway, welcome to today's stream. You've stumbled upon the introductory section. Yeah, pretty much. That's where I sit and I talk about the drink of the day, but we already know it's Diet Coke in a glass with ice. Okay, that's damn fine. Okay, FIFA. The official drink, the official beverage of the FIFAs. They're still doing that thing. How long does the World Cup take? I mean, it takes like 2 years to figure out who's the leader of that year. Who's gonna win that? It takes a long time. That's a slow ass. Today they're doing the consolation game. They don't call it the consolation game, but see, I realize if they don't have this consolation game, they don't know who's in third place and who's in fourth place. So the third and fourth place have to battle it out for a kind of meaningless thing. I get it, which is fine, but yeah, it doesn't matter who wins. They're not going to be the winner of the World Cup. They're not even in it. The actual finals are, I guess, tomorrow, hopefully soon. But man, I feel like I'm seeing a lot more soccer this year than previous years. They must have, because I think they have a Fox deal, so Fox is showing all the games. So it makes a difference. Hopefully, I don't know if they're making money or not. Anyway, the point is, welcome to the show. This show has nothing to do with sports. Unless you consider flight simulation a sport, which you don't. So there'll be flight simulating. I got Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 booted up. We're going to fly around using the beautiful blue Bluetooth controller. As always. I love that effect. All the colors change. Whee! You might ask, why don't you just turn off automatic color, automatic, whatever they call it, lighting compensation. You can't. It's a cheap camera. It's fine. I guess I don't really need a good camera. There's nothing to see, except we got the Himalayan salt lamp. We got the Twitch glitch sign and the Love Lego, and some guitar up there. Also, I haven't really used it. I got to figure those out. I got 3D glasses. That's about it. Okay, so right. Oh yeah, then the big brain games. That's where I play the Quirtle. Sometimes the community joins us. The revealed, the tightrope trivia, the reunion, the loop, the New York Times connections, and a octortle at the end, just to kind of steal things up. It's just a little set of daily brain games you get on the web. I just solve them online because it's part of my show. And, people want to help, they can. They know it doesn't matter. And, it's not like we get money for winning the games. It's just for fun. And then there'll be the short break. I always have a musical performance segment to cap off the last 45 minutes to an hour of the show. Yesterday was Ken's Piano Lounge. I whipped out the piano. Today I am whipping out my All-Abalone guitar. Look at the detailing on this guitar. This is a Schecter Guitar Research Hellraiser. You probably can't hear me because Hellraiser C1. Let's see, all the inlays are abalone. I'll go this over again. Headstock. Look how shiny and bright that is. I keep forgetting I want to take this off when I want to show off the guitar. Now, I'm trying not to smash it into things. There's this abalone all everywhere. Of course, you got the Floyd Rose. It's just a beautifully made guitar. EMG pickups, active pickups. And then you see those knobs there? It didn't come like that, but I found online for about $18, like $6 each. I get these knobs that look exactly like the knobs that come with it. They're the same size, but the ones that come with it are just black, that kind of black color. And these have actual abalone, real abalone tops on them. So that's why I call it my all-abalone guitar. Technically, there is some wood and other metals involved, but I think it has so much abalone on it. It's basically all abalone. You know, it sounds good too. It's a really fun guitar to play, and it's one of my more expensive guitar purchases. Like, it's up there with the PRS CE24, which is the really fancy one. Not fancy, but high price one. All right, so let's see. We're in the correct category. I wasted enough time to officially say the introductory section is complete. I don't like to rush it, though, because, you know, there's really plenty of time. Say there's some kind of issue of the day that I want to talk about, introductory section, because nobody's here, so it's good that way. All right, let's move on to this. Let's see, can I do that? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that's plugged in. Where we're going to fly, I think we should fly, we should go to one. First of all, oh, yeah, actually, before I even want to do this, I'm going to go back. I'm going to remove the Fighting Falcon. I just don't enjoy it. I'm going to go to it's easy to do. What I'm going to do is streamed here. It's right here. I mean, it's a fun plane, but what I'm going to do is disable it because it's not that fun. It's not my bag. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Well, is there something else in here? The ATR is kind of not my bag either. I'll leave it in there for now. Concorde, yeah, we got to keep in. Of course, that. Yes, why not? Jurassic World Update 20. I'm just looking at all the stuff we have in that. Cape Town, blah, blah, blah. The Vulcan I disabled. It's not that much fun. Lukla, we haven't been to Lukla in a while. I wonder if they fixed it because it was messed up last time we were there. All right, we'll have to check. Well, let's go check it out. All right, so to fly Lukla, there's a limited number of planes that can fly in and out successfully. And they're usually two-engine, like small but planes that still once have two propellers, and they're small. Like maybe the DA-62 might be able to successfully operate there. I think so. But I think there's others that are more reliably capable. I just need to look through my section here. Yeah, the G58. Which one of these is? This one's more powerful. The King Air 350, right? This one should operate out of Lukla. Oh, actually, what was that thing again? Hold on a second there. I gotta write this down. Let me just search it again. I gotta write down the right. VNLK. Okay, I'll remember that. VNLK. That's all I remember. All right. So free flight part VNLK. This is just because I purchased this airport and then they updated it and it kind of messed up. But since it's streamed, meaning it's effectively live. Now I'm going to change it. It's real late in the day there. We're going to go to kind of a daytime flight here. It looks kind of bad weather, but we'll have to see. Maybe the clouds behind them. This is very near. It's the airport that's nearest Mount Everest. So if you want to fly in, should we start on the runway? Or should we cold start? Let's start on the runway. I just actually wanted to see the airport. Anyway, so when I first purchased it, I had all sorts of cool stuff. Like there was people in the baggage claim area arguing about lost luggage. Some real weird, and some guy drunk staggering around, somebody playing with a dog. And then they kind of updated it, and it kind of ruined everything. Let's see. All right, now before we fly. Interesting. First of all, I'm not getting any resolution at all. Hopefully it's still loading. It is a streaming thing. It's kind of real snowy around here, but this is not the high resolution textures. There we go. Okay. Starting to come in. And I can already tell you it looks different than last time I was here. I just wanted to take a quick little peek outside the plane before we fly. So that's the, there's that thing there. It looks like they fixed it. If we go in here, there should be people arguing. This is where I mentioned there's like an argument going on there. Yeah, about the about the they're arguing. She could kind of tell about some kind of missing luggage. There are these people hanging around here. This woman seems to be on some kind of trip. I'm not sure exactly what. And then we should have, yeah, we can now once again correctly see the statue of Tenzing Norgay and what's his name, and then this woman is hanging out playing with the dog, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So I paid money for this. There's some guys hanging out in there. Oh, they're not. With the stuff going on in there. And there's a helicopter landing pad. All right, let's fly around. It's not that bad. Let's fly around. All right, I'm happy to see that this is better. Last time I was here, there was kind of walls in weird places, and you couldn't see anything. Okay, let's see. We're in here. All right. So the first thing you got to remember is we got to take off to the left, downhill, but we're gonna go to the right and make a turn. We got to maximize. Do I have brakes? We got to maximize our length. So we can't start from there. We got to go here and then turn around. I actually saw this in the real world. This is how they do this. We just have to be careful not to hit our wing. Shit. All right, that's about as far back as we're gonna get. It's kind of cool. All they say they get the flag waving there. Okay, so now we got flaps down, trim is set, parking brake is on. I want to check the instruments. Check all our instruments are good. That should be good. We should be able to do it. But again, yeah, you want to start there. Get everything going. Get everything going as full of power as you can. Let the engines come up to full burn. There you go. We gotta wait for them to come up. There you go. Release the. Then we head down the hill, and basically at the last minute we should be able to pull up and miss that fence that is the end. But don't try to pull up too early because there's no point. And there we go. Looks like we can fly. And that's how much you're gonna miss it every single time. Oh, it's interesting that we're getting a weather effect there. Okay, gear in. I'm gonna fly up this way. Oh, it looks like bad weather on the route to up to Everest, Mount Everest, which is this way. So that's kind of Lukla there. But it's kind of on that little mesa. But there's a whole bunch of little paths and little towns and up this thing, but it's not good weather. We're not gonna be able to see anything. We're basically going to buzz looking. I guess when we get closer again, it'll probably also load to the non-snowy look, but we'll see. We definitely had a disconnect between this view. See that? Kind of doing that. Kind of takes you out of it a little bit. But I think that's because I have an add-on package and it's kind of working kind of with the weather. So that's luckily. Anyway, at ground level, it looks fine. Oops, overpowered, overspeed. But it's a beautiful day to fly around. Yeah, this plane is definitely one of the few that's powerful enough to get off that runway. Because you got to realize we're also at 9,000. We're starting at 9,000 feet. So there's another. We'll fly down and land at the other one. You can see the weather at Mount Everest, and it's way back there is terrible. It's not the time. Actually, July and August, or is it June? It's May and June are the climbing season. So I think we're past the climbing season. But in July, sometimes there's good weather. It's just not reliable, and you can see it's fine here, but way back, as soon as you're gonna fly in there, it's gonna be zero visibility, nothing to see around here. You know what I'm saying? All right, so how are we doing here? It looks like the plane is operating good. Everything's in the green on the engine department. You can see there's these sets of these little digital gauges. These are the left engine and the right engine. Operating speed, EGT, exhaust gas temperature, torque. So you put down the little less power and you get that torque figure changing. But this is the downhill. I mean, everything is uphill back there. Eventually you pop out on the plane, but there's not much to land on. I'm going to do another flight. I just wanted to check that. It was worth it. You can see here, that's kind of the area there that's kind of cut out for the add-on that I added. But there's another airport. I don't think we can land there. We're gonna land at the one that's kind of down here. Actually, it's way down there. It's like down here. Yeah, I've done this before. It takes a while. It is a pretty flight, though. I mean, you got to admit, we're going. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's July, but it's snowing. I mean, we are over 6,000 feet. But as we get down here, it's going to be quite green. As we descend below like the 6,000 foot thing here, you see a lot of. I'm wondering if there's. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. There's a lot of this terracing, which I think is agricultural. Like there's people growing things on this during certain times. Very steep slopes. There are things you can grow on terraced. I'm not sure if it's rice or whatever, but there's things that will grow pretty well. And since you're in the middle of nowhere, so you can kind of see all those terraces, and they're being worked by tenant farmers, people who live on the land. But it's not an unpopulated area. This is pretty. This is where all the Sherpas hang out. This is where they've always done it. It's just no flat zones nearby. It'd be really interesting to live in a place where it's all the terrain is very steep. But they've been doing it for a long time. All right. Well, I want to fly somewhere else. We've been flying. We recently got the World Update, which has the parks, the national parks, and we haven't been to all of them. And this plane's kind of dull. I mean, it's a good plane. It's just, you got the trainer there. You got really nice, like, executive seating back there. It's pretty. And again, yeah, the point is it's a turbo. It's a turboprop, so it will definitely handle high altitudes. Looks like we're flying into some weather here, too. Kind of cool. It's like a rainbow effect down there. See the rainbows? Kind of cool. Yeah, let's see if we have to turn the windshield wipers on. If I need to turn the wipers on, where's the switch? Panel lights. It's around here somewhere. Where are the wipers? I know they work. Is it wipers around here somewhere? Safety caution, master warning. Bus selector. I've flown down this canyon a few times. Where is the wipers? I actually think maybe they're over here. No? Where? I want to turn them on. There's passenger cabin lighting. Master panel lights. Maybe they don't work. Uh-oh. I didn't want to fly around here too much anyway. That's not a problem. Not like where we're going. Yeah, we want to go that way. I'm looking for windshield wipers. Maybe back up there. Oh, this way. I mean, we're doing 160. I don't think we're going to stall. Except that's, when your wings aren't level. So you didn't smash anything too hard. So you can see there's rain on my windshield. Actually, can't really see it. Maybe it's not raining. In any case, can you open this? I don't think you can open that. There's got to be a, is it really 74 degrees out? It's pretty warm out. Oh, you can see water on the, right? Or that's not water. Yeah, water streaming off the engines. Anyway, that's just frustrating because I know there's a way. I'm pretty sure there's a way to turn them on. That's autopilot. Maybe they're down here. Windshield wipers, it wouldn't be down here. They're usually close to where the thing is. You know what I mean? So they're either on the upper panel or right on the top. Yeah, then maybe they're not operative. Not everything on these planes is. Some definitely have working windshield wipers. All right, that's it though. The only reason because this is not an interesting flight at this point, and we're not going back to Lukla. All right, so before we do this, I want to look at this video again. Hold on a second here. I'm not going to get I'm not going to get out of Flight Simulator, but I am going to go to YouTube because I want to bring up the world update. Okay, world update 2022. Turn that down, blah, blah, blah. All right, we're going to pick one of these. National Monument sounds better than National Park, but okay. Acadia, Maine. It could be interesting. I don't think we've flown there. Great Smoky Mountain. These are large areas. The Dry Tortugas, actually, we flew around there. Big Bend, Texas. Guadalupe Mountains. Rocky Mountains. I mean, that's half the country. Great Sand Dunes, Colorado. Canyonlands, Utah. Let's see if we can find that. Canyonlands, Utah. So now I'm going to go over here. Give me a second. It will find it. Okay. So Utah. Canyonlands National Park. How big is it? It's pretty big. It looks kind of pretty. I don't know if there's going to be any nearby airports. Maybe we'll start from the air. All right. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Go back to my flight simulator. Okay, so if I type, sometimes if you type it, it will go there. That's Salt Lake City. How close is it? Where is Salt Lake City? Salt Lake City is way to the northwest. So it's like in here, right? But exactly where, I don't know. Doesn't seem to show any points of interest. All right, let's see if I type Canyonlands, it'll give us a hint. Specifically. Canyonlands, Moab, that actually might be it. Yeah. Because Moab is Utah. No, I think this is it. So what do we got? We actually have an airport. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna switch from this plane though. This plane's not much of a sightseer. We'll go in. It's always kind of random challenge to pick a plane. Sure, we'll fly this guy. Oh, wait a minute. There's a million different paint jobs. Not a million, but there's some better ones than that one. We'll do... I like Royal Air Force. It's got this yellow belly. And Desert's too on the nose. Alright, so Canyonlands runway. We're going to start on the runway. Looks like it's got a thing. Now, hopefully, we'll be able to determine where we're supposed to see sights. There's going to be a canyon around here somewhere. What is this place called again? Canyonlands. Is there an airport? Okay, there is. I see where I am. And so southeast is generally where the canyon is we're looking for. Okay, good to know. I think we got it. All right. So let's check. Flaps should be in that position. Trim slightly positive. Look at this cool plane. It's a jet-powered World War II, late World War II era German prototype. All right, we got it. I'll start it up. So let's get the engines warmed up. Slowly increase the throttle. You don't want to flood them. Watching the RPMs come up. We got this great effect in the back where you can look in the back of the engines, and when they start heating up, they'll start glowing. Are they glowing yet? There we go. Okay, release the brakes. Keep down the middle here. We got plenty of runway. I've never flown out of this little place. Now you can see as we get speed, the rear comes up, and then we can fly. And then these giant gear are going to go into the cavity there. And we go from takeoff power to cruise. There we go. All right, so I mentioned, look at this little airport. It's kind of cool. I don't know if I remember to turn on live time of day. Okay, so we wanted to go southeast. Okay, so this direction. And you can already see there's a lot of really cool looking geography here. That's this little airport. And we want to head basically southeast. There should be a road. Looks like this is it. Oh, I wanted to check, yeah. Do I have, a little more positive trim here. Do I have live weather and time of day? Okay, yeah. Saturday and live weather. Perfect. Just wanted to double check. Apparently it's a nice day there. So we've got these roads here. We're going to follow the road because I don't want to get lost. I happen to know this road does go to where we want to go, which I think you can kind of see dead ahead. And basically what they've done, this is a national park. It's Canyonlands National Park. And it's in Utah. It's a couple hour drive from Salt Lake City. It's not that, or more even. We got a lot of height. We got like so anyway. So they've recently redone the area, and we're just going to enjoy the the vibes of this area from low level. Obviously, this is the kind of one where you're going to see, it's at low level it's going to look like one thing, and then at other levels it's going to look like another thing. But yeah, you can just tell all these buttes and mesas are carefully crafted, because you can't really do it from photogrammetry. In other words, you can't taking a photo from space or from altitude and wrapping it terrain, because you'll stretch this up here. So they have to kind of do it with some different ways. This is really cool. Okay, so I think this is the road in. We should see a river. Obviously, whenever you see a lot of canyons, that's the indication that there is active water flowing around somewhere. And it looks pretty dry here, but it's either going to be a river or a riverbed. It's really, really wild. You can see some dry river activity there. Okay, the road goes this way. Oh, then it kind of, look at this. It kind of makes this switch back here to get some altitude. It's like a pretty hairy road. There's a viewpoint there. Stop and take a look. I guess you're looking at this direction. It is really beautiful. It's not really colorful, but it's really beautiful. All right, I gotta figure out where the heck I am. Okay, where's the water? Okay, it's kind of ahead, but then it makes all these curvy curves. We're gonna follow the curvy curves, right? I think where we really want to head, though, is right there is the airport. I think where we want to go is this direction, so kind of that way. So I am going to kind of make a turn here. Because I think the roads go all directions, effectively. But I do want to find the actual water, because that's going to be the lowest one. You can see lots of little kind of little turn-offs or rest stations, I guess. Which is nice. But most of, I think, the interesting terrain is that direction, towards the mountain there. And that's where the river is. And when we get there, we're going to do some serious actual canyon carving, not urban canyon carving. Actual canyon carving in the canyon. Because it looks like this is a curvy one. Hopefully, this plane is reasonably... some of these curves, I think, are going to be a little too challenging, a little too tight. It has got that big wing. It's reasonably, it's surprisingly agile, I would say. Given, it's a tailless design. There's no vertical stabilizer, which is typical of a flying wing design. And they do have some comfort issues in that they tend to yaw while you're flying. It tends to kind of make for an unpleasant... bit of an unpleasant kind of feeling. Looks like we've got a lot more detailing here. We should be coming up on where the actual water is currently eroding the canyon. But yeah, it's super, super detailed, and wow, I like it. I'm gonna leave this up. That's the view. Look at that view. I think we'll be up on the water pretty soon. Like one of these steeper, sharper channels will probably have actual water flowing. Wow, it's very, 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 very. Yeah, it might be down there. No, I don't see any water down there either. Yeah, there's a lot of dry, but I think we see the water pan. There's the water. And there's some kind of reservoir up there. Wait, okay, so wait a minute. Which direction do I want to go? I think we kind of want to go this direction. So there's the water. It makes all these turns. All right, well, let's just dive in. Lots of details. Lots of, you can see it makes a big turn there. But we're gonna try to get nice and low and see how our actual canyon carving works out for us. And the real world, if I was flying like this and you run past here, you'd be pissed off because you'd be like, "Where's the barf bag?" You know what I mean? So we got a whole road here. It looks like a nice 2-lane paved road going all along this river. See how bright yellow the bottom is? I like that. You definitely notice this flying over you. It's not meant to be camouflage on the top, but it's silly camouflage, not airplane camouflage. But yeah, look at this. I mean, and it's not like there's cities or anything like that. It's just this canyon. And so this is Canyonlands, Utah National Park. I'm trying to figure out where I am by looking at the path of the river. I'm pretty sure there actually is a town around here somewhere. And if it's right up here, then I know exactly where I am. Yeah. It's right here. There's this town. What is this town called? Hold on a second here. I don't want to crash. That's exactly where it should be. It's called... what is it? Moab. This is the town of Moab. So, Moab. M-O-A-B. Yeah, pretty famous little town in Utah. And I believe it's... is it like a winter sports kind of thing? There's a bunch of ranches. There's no Grand Oasis. There's a lot of hotels and motels and things like that. But I guess it's kind of a gateway to this particular park. To Canyonlands. So yeah, we continue up here with the water. This is all, I think, like visitor center kind of stuff, really. And then the canyon comes in here. It's very, very sharp. There's a whole bunch of, these are like hiking paths. You can drive in, car camping. This area here looks like. And there's the Grand Staff Canyon National Recreational Trail. So we make this right turn, then we make the left turn, and then I think it's right up ahead. I don't think we'll see anything, but basically this is it. I mean, in that this is probably where most visitors are going to be checking out this canyon, and it is really cool. So come around here and make this thing, and then the trail should be right around here. It might be there. Yeah. And it goes straight for a while, and it makes a sharp left turn. We're going to be way below the level of the canyon here. Why? Because more canyons off that direction. It goes quite a while. I mean, Utah is a fairly low-density population state. Wow, it looks pretty. I'm glad we came out here. This is more interesting and exciting to me than Lukla. Although I'm glad I checked out Lukla. They fixed the issues that they had when they updated it, which were pretty serious. It took them a few months. But you can definitely see there's a lot of recreational stuff here. There's parkland. There's places to park. There's, you know, places to eat probably. So it's not really that, completely. Oh wow! But these are. I mean, they are really dramatic canyons. We have to make a sharp right turn here. That's about the limit of this plane. So this is what it looks like from here. And making all these turns in the real world, if you were a passenger, you'd get real sick. Just because it's like, we don't care. But yeah, I'm happy to follow the. Again, there's lots more. There's a lot of. This place can handle a lot of visitors. You know, say like any national park. You know, people are going to come to national parks just to like check off. I've been to all the national parks and everything. But I'd never really heard of Canyonlands. Wow. I mean, the topography and the feeling of being in a canyon is kind of unmatched. It's almost otherworldly. They do use a lot of this stuff for like science fiction movies, like filming over an alien planet, you know. Except having the road down there is kind of a giveaway that you're not on an alien planet. What's our altitude? We're at 4,400 feet right now. So, you know, pretty high up. Wow. This is stunning, stunning stuff. Oh, and there's a whole agricultural field there. Hold on a second. I must be able to see that on the map, you know, right? Right. Yep, there. Okay, so I know that's the Red Cliffs Lodge, Moab. I mean, we're technically. Oh, this is the Colorado River, by the way. I was wondering exactly which river it was. There's what is it? Harriet Mesa, up that direction. Wait, that direction. Okay, let's keep going. Just want to make sure I know that's Harriet Mesa. This one right here. There's a bunch of mesas behind it. It's hard to tell, but the top of that mesa is super skinny, super thin. You know what I mean? We see it from this direction, but from edge on, it's very, very thin. You'll see. I'll show you. You can see it on the map. You kind of see what I mean? That the top is pretty skinny. Wow. And so, yeah, it's just the Colorado River, and effectively this is one of the valleys. It's well before it hits Colorado. Well, I guess we're only one state away from Colorado. So, but yeah, look at what the Colorado River's done. This isn't the Grand Canyon, but it sure is a huge-ass canyon. And the Grand Canyon is more majestic because it's even, you know, it's obviously even deeper and sharper, which we'll do. We haven't been to the Grand Canyon. They've updated it. But I just want to come to some places I've never been and just admire this fantastic scenery. Flying around in our World War II era prototype flying wing bomber. Well, fighter, actually. Jet-powered flying wings. It's quite a plane. It actually is one of the easier ones to fly, too. It doesn't have a lot of controls to it. Just kind of want to monitor temperatures. We're running a little hot, but it's fine. Stay nice and low. Again, this whole canyon is, as being part of a national park, it's not like completely it's not like wilderness. There's places and, you know, I'm not sure if there's rapids, though. Maybe there's places where you can do river rapids and stuff. But it's definitely, you know, there's a road that goes the whole way. And different, looks like these campsites, maybe. I don't know. For me, I don't know if I'd really want to go camping up here. I don't know if there's with that. You know, I'd like to fly around in a plane, which we weren't doing. You got to think ahead. The roll rate of the plane is fairly slow because it's got that big, heavy wings. But it has a lot of, you know, it's kind of slow, especially compared to that F-16 we were flying yesterday, which I hated. I didn't hate it, but you got a sandbar down there, little canyon. Sorry, I gotta make a right turn here. Sharp right turn. Which way is it going? Oh, that is a sharp ass turn. We're not gonna really make this, so I'm gonna have to kind of get some altitude here. Look how sharp that turn is, though. Yeah, no, our plane couldn't do that. Not this one. There are planes that can do that. At least we can gain altitude. We got a jet. But yeah, wow, that is a real. Well, I'll see exactly where I am again. That's gonna be right where that sharp ass turn is. Oh yeah. Okay. Got that. So we're right there. We have a suspension bridge according to Google. I'm wondering if it's gonna be shown here. Because if so, we're going under it. It should be coming up ahead. There's another little area where you'll see some. You're gonna see some some agriculture going on. Beautiful stuff. Going kind of slow, but it's fine. Yeah, I don't think the suspension bridge is available to fly under. Because it's somewhere else. Alright, where's it further ahead? And at some point, there's two rivers that kind of join up. Right? Might be a little further ahead. Maybe I passed it. But it's really well done terrain. Little town up there. Yeah, I mean, there should be some agriculture going on here. Or something. And then it goes up, and you'll see there's like a T branch from my point of view, except the water is flowing in. I think. Let's just check it out. We've flown quite a long way, and we're really not ending here. I guess Moab is a decent-sized city, but I don't know if it even has an airport. It'd be interesting to see how far we got to get to get to a city, because it's going to be a ways. Look how beautiful, though. We got plenty of gas. So I think right here is where the Colorado goes to the left, and some other river is coming in, inflowing from the right. The Dolores River, right? You can't really see it. Maybe it's further up. I'll say it. Where am I? No, we passed the Dolores River. The Dolores River is there. Okay, fine. We're further. Okay, so we're way further up. We're way up here. Where would be the next city of any kind of size? You have to go into Colorado, which you could do. There's this. I think the next airport that could take us is this KGJT, Grand Junction. Yeah, Grand Junction can handle us, 10,000 foot. It's not that far, right? It's gonna get to the right. We're just gonna go there. We'll just jam it up. We'll get some altitude. What is it? It's about 20 miles. So for this next section of the flight, we are going to get a little bit of altitude, and we'll kind of see things from a somewhat higher. I mean, we're at 6,000 feet, but the ground is like 5,000, like 4,800. So we're only like 1,200 feet above the ground. There's still so much canyon and so much carving going on here. Millions of years of erosion, erosive forces. But we'll go land in Kent, and we're going to cross over to Colorado and land in Grand Junction. It's not that far. We just need to head to east. Does this thing work, by the way? You know what? It kind of does work now. It used to be this weird flashing thing, which is cool because I have an autopilot now. If I need it. So yes, this is, I think this is the path of the Colorado River here. This one here, we kind of messed it up, but it's also there. So more canyons there. Lots of canyons to carve. Beautiful. But basically, until we get to the other side, kind of to the Colorado side, and Grand Junction is kind of hilly. It's not flat. I think I've driven through Grand Junction, Colorado. This whole part of the country, though, is from a point of view of, look how kind of colors, the pink color on those mesas. From the point of view of physical beauty and majesty, absolutely incredible, and goes on forever. So this area here, I mean, this is chaparral, that's what we call that. Scrub. Not much living there, people or otherwise. I guess there's the path that's over there. I guess Grand Junction's not that far from the river, Colorado River. Does the Colorado River flow in through Colorado and then to Utah and then back to Colorado? I think it's just something like that. And if I remember correctly, yeah, something like weird like that. And then through Arizona and then back to Colorado, something weird like that. Oh no, Colorado starts in Colorado, then to Utah, then to Arizona, where the Grand Canyon is. God. But it also flows, I think, a little bit from Texas, something like, maybe not. No. But man, look how, I mean, they put so much, it goes on forever, and look how much effort they put into making all these canyons look very realistic, I think. These are probably not this is, again, not some of the fully improved ones. They still look great. And then, you know, this is kind of ancient rivers that aren't around anymore, or ancient paths of the Colorado River. Over a million years, it kind of has all these different paths it's gone through. But yeah, and then we got to cross over those mountains over there. But yeah, it's all just beautiful stuff to see. Sometimes I like, you know, yesterday I went to Paris. We were looking at beautiful buildings all day. And then today we're checking out this really amazing Canyonlands area. I'm sure we're out of the park by now. It's not Canyonlands National Park. But it's incredibly detailed and complex geology. It goes on forever. See, this is first we're starting to see of trees, you know. It's been very bare. And I guess this probably does not have enough water, rainfall to really support a lot of forest activity. Because you really think trees are going to be everywhere, but all we're getting is scrub, which means it's very dry. Technically, it's probably all considered desert due to rainfall. All right, our destination should be not too far ahead. Oh, it's to the right. KGJT, Grand Junction, Colorado. Okay, yeah, so this is the Colorado. We're meeting up with it again here. And we'll definitely, as you see now that it's flat, there's definitely a lot of more city and opportunity for people to live. And so we're once again seeing the signs of life, large roads, water treatment or some kind of things going on there. Lots of houses, shopping centers, schools, and malls. Right down there. Exactly where the airport is up ahead that direction, not too far. What do we got? Yeah, oh yeah, we're almost ready to see. That's ENIDE is probably or RHOE. One of these are navigational stops we want to hit. So this area here. It's like they have a lot of farming. I think we are in Colorado. I'm not sure. We're pretty close to the border. Yeah, once we left Canyonlands, I think we're already close to the Colorado border. So Utah to Colorado, no big deal. It's very pretty, but it is what it is. Anyway, I enjoy landing this plane. It's not super hard, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, we're hitting a navigation point here. ENID, and we got right turn. We're gonna put our gear down and land. Start reducing power, going how fast. Right turn. Watch the gear come down. We got to slow down a bit. Gear going to come down. There it comes. About to come down. There it goes. There's the gear. I like to watch the gear come down. It takes its time, but it's pretty cool. There you go. All right, let's fly onto the runway and land. Everyone put your tray tables into the full upright commit. Make sure your seat belts are locked, or don't. I don't care. Do handstands. Open up all the chairs. 119. Oh, a little more power. Okay, flap. That's landing flaps right there. The trailing edge flaps. Okay, we don't want to go slower than 122. And as we get lower down, we might get something more. As we get lower down, we'll get slightly thicker air. Blah blah blah. There's Grand Junction, Colorado over there. I don't know, but it's not much to do that. Okay, 121, a little more power. We're 19. We're not going to stall out as long as we're heading downhill, but the air is a little thin. Means we need a little more oomph. That's what it looks like from here. You can't really see because of the way that thing is. Oops. From inside, you cannot see the runway. It's blocked. It's fine. 122. That's a good approach speed. When we acquire the runway, I'll be reducing power, and we'll slow down. All right, reduce some power. Yeah, a little bit of bounce. Not too bad. You gotta keep on the runway. Whoops. Keep on the runway. Keep on the runway. Oh, that's full right. Hello, full right. There we go. Okay. That's fine. This is a pretty big airport, Grand Junction. I'm sure it's a domestic, jet. It handles, 757, 767s. It's a 10,000-foot runway. It could handle 747s, but it probably doesn't handle it very often. But you wouldn't see this kind of plane there very often, that's for sure. But I always have a blast flying this. It's just a wild, wild creature. And again, it's based on a real one. There's apparently one. There were 4 of these made, and one of them's hanging. They were captured at the end of the war. One of them's hanging at in the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, which I would like to see. And again, you want to be nice and slow. These planes do not handle that well on the ground. What it is. Oh yeah, flaps up, flaps in, flaps coming in. There we go. A little more power. I guess I'm going uphill a little bit here. I'm slow now. There's a little bit of a very subtle hill right here. I'm going to jam up the power. And then of course they'll go way too fast once it gets over this little hill here. But, that's gravity. Alright, slow it down again. See what I meant? Now the hill, we're over the hill. You can kind of see there's a little grade there. It's very subtle, but actually we're going to go in here. But you can always feel it in a plane. Planes going up a very slight grade will suddenly go, and jets are not really designed to provide a very linear power output at low speeds. That's just not what they're for. So they can be kind of tricky. We'll park near the fueling area here. Although we have plenty of fuel. I probably loaded up with way too much fuel. It seems like, especially for a jet, very efficient on the fuel. You can imagine, though, having these giant wings, though, and that's where presumably that's where the fuel tanks are. You could have plenty of fuel in there. Hold on a second here. Can we open this up here? Is my parking brake on or not? Speed brakes. Which is the parking brake, though? Alright, doesn't matter. Alright, yeah, turn this off. Turn all these off. Turn both engines off. These fuel valves here. And there he goes. Very pretty. I mean, it's a beautiful design. These flying wings design. There was a time which everyone thought this was the future of aviation. Not sure why. They do look cool, but you can see that they don't present a very slim drag profile. The wings are thick, so they're going to provide they provide a lift, but they also provide drag, so that this is not a very fast for a jet. What you want is thin wings on a jet that are swept back, like Delta or something like that. And they didn't quite discover that until a few years after this was kind of a fad. The other reason that this is not a great design is because those huge wheels take up so much room on the interior that there's really no room left for your bombs to drop or whatever armaments. This is basically just a demonstration, but it's a really fun plane to fly in the game. I really had a good time. Hey, you know what time for? Switch into something else, because that's it for the flying today. But hey, tomorrow more flying. But for today, I'm going to switch over to just chatting. We're going to run through the big brain games, see how the brain's doing today. Big brain games. Okay, just chatting for the big brain games. Then I'm going to go here. I'm going to quit to desktop. There. But that was fun. We'll do, yeah. So I gotta do more of these national parks that have been recently updated. I mean, I'm not sure we saw the specific place where the parks are. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. All right, so we're just chatting. Let's start with the Quirtle. That's your warm-up game, not yours, but mine. Ignore all the ads, unless it's for Diet Coke. In that case, buy Diet Coke. All right, what do we got here? We got... what is that top one? That doesn't start with the R, and I believe it starts with a vowel. We have all 5 letters in the upper right. It's got to start with a vowel. But it's not Encore. Because that has an E, right? Yeah. Oh, it could be Recon. That's pretty much all it could be. All right. Now we also know that this upper left one is going to be Reply. Okay, we're making... This is basically a warm-up game. Doop doop boop boop. Okay, what's this one down here? It could be AST, right? But it also could be like THAS something, or it could be Stash. Let's try Stash. Oh, it was Stash. Cool. All right, so we're doing good. This last one, we know where the O is, and there's a T, a B, and an A. But it's not baton because there's no N. But it could be, it's not, yeah. I might guess baton because I'm curious where all these letters go if not there. But could it be something else? Oh, it could be taboo, right? And that actually fits. TABOO. All right, so first game down of the big brain games. I do these every time, so in basically the same order. Not the reunion. Skipping the reunion. Well, we'll do that in a second. Sorry, not the reunion. We're gonna do the revealed, and then the tightrope, and then the reunion. This is a standard order. I'll do these in. All right. So today's revealed. They give you a new one of these. Our fine friends at Britannica.com give us a new one of these every single day. Today's the July 18th revealed. Categories: animals and nature. The correct answer will have is 2 words, and we'll have 6 letters in the first and 8 in the second. That's all we know so far. But let's read the heavily redacted document and see if we can figure out what this thing is. This animals and nature clue is. Okay, so the thing we're looking for, and then there's probably a genus name. Any of more than 50 species of blank blank. 3 species are North American, 2 live in northern blank, and all the others are found in the blank and blank blank of blank and other parts of blank. Although these blank do not blank of up to 450 meters have been recorded for blank blank blank. Ample loose blank and underlying blank typically form a blank blank blank. Some species has smaller blank blank blank. I'm gonna guess something. Flying squirrel? It kind of seemed like an easy one today. Oh, by the way, it was not Bibi Netanyahu. Where the heck are you? Where the heck were you? I needed you. I didn't need you earlier. Okay, so that's a win. I did not need to do any reveals. Okay, so the trick was, although these blanks do not fly, blanks of up to 450 meters. Okay, that kind of meant, I mean, what could be up to 450 meters? It's not a creature that's that long. It's not, it can run up to 450. So I immediately thought that it's something that can glide. In other words, I kind of knew that word was going to be glide, of up to 450 meters. So what creatures do you know of that glide? They're known for gliding, and that's flying squirrel. Yeah, this is a Twitch. This is an official Twitch streamer shirt. It says Twitch right there. I didn't add it. It says, you know what I mean? And it's not real tie-dye. They just print this. But, you know, I do like it, too. It's one of my many shirts that I wear for the thing. But I do. I get wear it to the store, and people, you know, it's friendly. All right, look, let's see the results. We did really good, okay? 0 and 0. And I didn't cheat or nothing. You can claim I did. Other players needed 3.5 and 2.5. There's a flying squirrel up there. 75%, a good number, I say, solved it. Remember, the other day we had something that was really hard and only like 59% solved it. 75% is a decent, but not super high solve rate. But we beat that. We beat them. All right, so the next one I'm going to do is the tightrope trivia. Once again, this is one of the harder ones. It's a timed trivia quiz, 9 questions, multiple choice, for me to get the, you got to get them right and fast. And frankly, they say they're starting to save up the hard trivia quizzes for these Saturday and Sunday ones, the hard questions. So I'm going to dive in. I will not be reading chat. Following is I think melting cheese, really, if you know, they're the melting clocks. He had a lot of melting clocks. Mr. Dali. I'm not reading blah, 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 for the largest pay-per-view concert ever. Fare Thee Well tour. Ugh. Good guess, because I wasn't sure about that one. Grateful Dead, first concert I ever saw. Cursed after appearing on the cover of which video game? I'll have to go with a Madden 25. I would not know. I'm not a video game or sports guy. Yeah, stop writing after their tongue to pick up the female's scent. I'm gonna go with anacondas because we know that snakes smell with their tongue, right? The following solar security, the continental United States. I think it's St. Augustine. I think that's kind of a random fact that I knew. People who are not living in the U.S. are not going to know that kind of shit, though. So, shaved off her eyebrows. It was Charlize for Monster. She's a great actress too. She's my favorite. South African, by the way. Stop it. Something that's very adaptable. Protein. I did not know that. That's a tough one. Didn't know. I usually get the vocabulary. Watch crystal. Which part is the eye? The cornea. Sorry, not the iris. I was going to say the iris for a second. Wow, this is a hard one today. You didn't know that either. Come on. Military battle pirates. Which part of the world? I think it was North Africa, because that's the Barbary Coast is North African. All right, well, that's a cross, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I don't know. I hope you're having a good ass time. And I'm sure you're wasted as shit, so you know what I mean. High flyer, that's not considered a win. 1,700 points. On the other hand, I crossed it, so... All right, the next game on the long list, it's not that long, it's like 8 of them, is the reunion. Now, if you're here, yeah, you're amazing. You should play this game, and I don't know, maybe you'll make millions of dollars. If you're here, and I think somebody's here, you can help out by coming up with 5-letter words or 7-letter words vertically that may or may not be etc. Okay, so what do we know? Okay, so we have some clues which are kind of cool here. The G and the D are on the column, and this T is on the column. So that's good because of the way it is. It's not on the row, and neither this G and the D. They have to be on the column. So where could a G go between an N and a G, or T go to be an N and G? I don't think so. And I don't think it could be before. It could be before it. I kind of think the T has to go at the top, at this top of this column. The G, I mean, we could have a rigid, but right. No, we don't have, the I is not in the right place for rigid. And the G can't be there. So it'd be R-I-G, and you can't have the D. All right, well, I'm going to take a master guess that this T is at the top. See, and it's basically a guess from where it could have been. And that should help us make this word on the right. So we could have, or it could be 2 words. It could be like 10 and get or something like that. It's not necessarily guaranteed that one 7-letter word. I don't really see a 7-letter word that it could be, right? But it could also be tin or 10. And this word down here could be get or got, G-O-T. So let's stay away from there for a while. This word at the top, something A, something ET, and maybe it has a G or a D. Could it be cadet? See, it could be cadet at the top, don't you think? Let's see, because the D can go there and the C can go there. If this D turns green, I'm pretty sure it's cadet, right? Could there be any other word that it could start with A, D, T? I don't think so, right? No. Okay, so we've got 3 moves, and they're all good. We're trying to get this in 17 moves or less. All right, and that's good because now we have a top word that should help us figure shit out here. This word here, I mean, we know the G is somewhere. It's either D-O-G something, or the other thing is it could end in I-N-G. So it could be something darling or something like that. So I'm kind of thinking the G is down here at the bottom. Let's just try it. We don't have all day. Ooh, it wasn't. So it's not I-N-G. So I think it has to be there. That's fine. We wasted 1, but that's not so bad. It was the only 2 places it could be. Now I'm not sure whether this is vertical word is going to be dog or it has an actual vertical word there. I don't know about this one either. It could be. Let's see. Yeah, it could be tonight. The upper, this right word, T-O-N-I-G-H-T. We have all the letters, so I'm 99% sure this is going to be tonight. So let's just grab that. All right, we're making good progress so far. You thinking cult somewhere? Maybe not. Okay, this S, it could be sing if you know what I mean. But it could also be, let's see. Custom? No, because there's no M. This U has to be on this column, and it can't go after this other U, and it can't be there. So we know the U is where the S is, right? This U here has to be. Let's just get it. Okay. Now notice the S turns. We know what this word is using now. That's fine. This word is going to be culture. Okay. Cult, cult was close. But yeah, I think you're saying, okay, this word here, the L is going to be here stay here. So it's going to be elite. No, I'm not sure. Now I'm not sure what that's going on here. I mean, almost certainly where the hedgehogs is. Okay, so this word could be ice, I-C-E, and then the bottom word is going to be elect. Yeah, so this is going to be elect. This word down here is going to be where the hedgehog is. It's going to be ice, ice. We'll put the E there. No, wait a minute. No, it can't be ice because we only have 1 C. And it's going to have to be elect. So it's going to be ire, I-R-E. And then this is going to be I-R-E. And I think we got it at 16. Nice. That's a win. That's one for the dang old win column. Other players needed 19.3. We beat them by 3. You did most of the work, but I did some of the work. It's true. You could just prove from the chat list that you did most of the work. Last time, if I remember correctly, yesterday. So you see what I'm saying? But today, I think we did okay. I think we're learning. We're learning. You can't assume if a word is there, but another word could also go there. You got to be careful. But a lot of it is just kind of sussing out where a consonant could be and where a vowel has to be, kind of thing. Because yeah, I wasn't sure about that tonight word until I was like, oh yeah, we have an H and we have a GHT and an INGHT, or we have an NIG. You know what I mean? You kind of work backwards. But that was a fun one. I always enjoy these. There's more to games to play. The next one that we're going to play, let's see, we've done the Quirtle, we've done the Revealed, we've done the Tightrope, we've done the Reunion, and the next one's called the Loop. Okay, so this is like a hiking boot, I would say, okay? Some kind of hiking shoe. Excuse me. So we've got people rowing, and this is like these are comparative rollers, like a skull, by the way. And this is a guy's head. I'm wondering whether the boat and the guy's head, because this is called a skull, and you know what I mean. That's the guy's skull. We'll put those together for now. We have a walking stick. Well, you might want to have a walking stick with your walking shoes, right? We got your mozzarella stick. That's going to go next to your walking stick, don't you think? We got this is your drill sergeant, the drill sergeant in boot camp. Let's see what that takes us. So boot camp, boot camp. Get it? Boot camp. Are you here? This is fun. This is fun. You got to admit, this is a fun game. All right, what do we got here? Keyboard with some kind of weird color things. Okay. These guys are there. This is the running of the bulls in Pamplona. Okay, running of the bulls. And this is a guy hitting a home run in baseball. This guy is there's a bunch of weird shit today. He's walking on fire. What is this one here? That's the country of Italy. See, the country of Italy is also known as the boot. So maybe Italy goes next to, yeah. But the home run, yeah, okay. Let's put the home run and the bull run next together for now. What is this one here? This is a caprese salad. It's Italian. It's very tasty. That's got your mozzarella, your sliced tomatoes, and basil, and some dressing. It's very simple. Damn, that's a good thing. This makes me hungry. Damn it, caprese salad is one of my favorite things. And it's definitely going to go next to Italy because it's known as an Italian dish. Let's see what we got. We got the keyboard. We got the caprese salad. We got the firewalker. Well, I mean, mozzarella is also Italian, right? But, you know, I'm not sure how these are going to go because this is Italian, this is Italy, and that's Italian. So I'm going to put them next to each other for now. We got a head, though. I don't know what a head would be next to. Well, okay, this guy's got a crew cut, so I'm going to put him next to there. And then a crew cut, and then crew. So that's a crew for rowing. I don't know where these guys are going to go. All right, let's just see how badly we did. Uh-oh. We did pretty good, actually. Okay, that's an interesting one. So, the boot is connected to the boot camp, which is connected to the dude with the crew cut, which is connected to the crew, which is connected to the keyboard, because I think it's a board, something about a board and rowing, which is connected. I'm not sure how the home run. Okay, these are the home keys are highlighted. So that is the home keys, and then the home run. We got lucky there. Home run, running of the bulls, running across the hot coals. Okay, so we got hot coals. Now, well, that's right. The boot is not connected. I think the boot is probably going to be connected to Italy, right? And so we know the boot and the mozzarella are connected. Yeah, I think it's going to be boots connected to Italy, right? This is connected to that. This is connected to that. The walking stick and this guy, I guess, are connected. What do you think? Let's try that. Let's try it. All right. So that's a win because we only needed one. If we needed two, it's also a win. But if you need three, it's loss. You know your chances. So just to think, Italy is shaped like a boot camp, crew cut, crew boot, crew, right? Home row. So that's a home row on the keyboard. Home run, running with the bulls. We got all this stuff. Fire walking and running with the bulls are thrill-seeking activities. That's pretty vague. And then fire walking and walking stick. That I did not really get. Mozzarella stick, caprese salad with has mozzarella, and then Italy. All right, that was fun. All right, we got more games. So we're not quitting. We got two more. As you know, the next game is the Connections. It's from our friends at the NewYorkTimes.com. They reset all of my streaks a few days ago, by the way. fuckers. Don't worry about streaks. They fuck up. All right. So we're going to group these words and their short phrases into 4 groups of 4 by affinity, but we don't know what the affinity is. And there's often a misdirection and wordplay in play. By misdirection, I mean a fake fifth affinity group. And by wordplay, I often mean homonyms, antonyms, precedent and antecedent common words, that kind of shit. Okay. So let's dive in. I'm going to read this out, and you can help me if you want. You can name 4 things you think should be together. All right, let's go this. Travel, fly, quiz, score. You already got something. Let me read it. Score, opinion, carry, health, tart, culture, mind, time, goaltend, view, lives, or lives, could be, double dribble, and attitude. I mean, double dribble and goaltending are basketball terms. Opinion, view, mind. Well, I think opinion, view, attitude, and view. But is mind the other one? Opinion, attitude, view. Could it be culture? You know what I mean? It could be it could be mind. But I'm a little concerned that I like opinion, view, and attitude together, but it could be culture. So I want to wait on that one. Goaltend. Well, I might have a delivery. Hello. Let's check here. 1:45 p.m. Okay, it's like an hour. This is my small delivery. What do you think? You want to try yours? Goaltend double triple time is carry or fly a basket or score. Could be a basketball term, you know what I mean? And travel, like traveling is a basketball term because traveling is something bad. Double dribbling and goaltending are also bad things. Scoring is not bad, so I'm trying to think that maybe it's not score. But what else would it be? All right, let's just try it. I bet it's going to be off by 1. Off by 1, yes, not score. Is it carry? Is carry a... Okay, fine. Okay, yours is opinion, view, attitude, and mind. Watch. It's going to be 1 away. Oh, you got it. Fine. All right. Hey, this is a community game. Nobody cares. That was the easy one, though. All right. So we still have, I'm pretty sure, well, we know goaltend, travel. I think it's carry. But let's hold off for a second here. Let's see. What else can we find here? Let's see. Some kind of quiz. No, I tried. Could it be fly? I mean, these are bad things to happen, and so it's not score. It's either carry or fly. They're bad things to do in basketball. Negative things. Could be time, like, oh, you're timed out. Culture test, quiz test, time test, health test. Health test. Well, see, quiz test doesn't really work. I was thinking that, but that doesn't work super well for me. Let's see. What else comes out here? Tart. Like... Yeah, I don't know. Culture, travel. Right, travel, fly. I don't know what else would be there. Culture, but see, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. I still think we know double dribble, goaltend, and travel are, um, we know those are basketball bad things, but I don't know what it is. The other thing is it's not score, but that was obviously wrong. It's either carry or fly. All right, let's just try carry. Thank goodness. Commit a basketball violation. I guess carrying is a basketball violation. Look, perfect so far. So far, so no. Actually, we got one wrong. I got one wrong. Sorry. So not so perfect. But we could still win this. All right. Culture, score, health, quiz, time, fly, tart, and lives. It's definitely a precedent and antecedent word, or lives. Tart seems like things ending with test. Well, quiz test is not one of them. Score test. No, it could be things related to a test, like time, score. But what, and also, what is fly and tart associated with? I want to give me a second here. We might will figure out some of this stuff. I'm gonna shuffle again. Culture tart. So like tart, if you added a letter, it could be start, but or if you remove a letter, I can't see removing a letter to anything here. See, if you think in terms of video games, lives, health is related. Like, how many lives do you have in the game? What's your health level? Score and time. I mean, that's what I was thinking too as well. Let's try it. We don't have all day, damn it. Yeah, things tracked in video games. So I was on the right channel. I was on the right track. We were on the right track. Things you track in a video game. All right. So tart culture. We did pretty good. This was a hard one. I like it when they're hard, but that was a fairly hard one, I think. What is the connection in the last one? This is the purple one, so it's not going to be easy. But we have tart, culture, quiz, and fly. And I'm sure there's some word that's in common after, like sweet tart, sweet culture. No, or something after it. Oh, pop tart, pop culture, pop quiz, and pop fly. Pop blank. It's actually not that hard. But it's still, that was considered the purple one. But yeah, I saw that one. By the way, you can call me genius today. Pop culture, pop fly, pop quiz, and pop tart. And I think we could have got that earlier. Don't you think? Don't you think? All right, one more game, and that's the octortal, because that's I don't know. It is what it is. It's a nice. We're gonna do the hardest one. They give you a bunch of these every single day, like 5 or 6 of them. But I like to do the hardest one, which is the rescue, because I don't have to use my powerful 3 starting words. It chooses 4 random ones for you. Gosh, all we know. Oof, this is and this. We have very few good letters among the ones. It's very. This is gonna be a very rough one. Now, we should have these. This one is going to be almost certainly we can guessable here. Yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, whatever. ILTH. You're right. I could have done yours first, actually. It might have helped. You're right. Fine. All right. It's ILTH. So it's got to have to be filth. FILTH. I mean, some of these are going to be easy. And that's the only one so far. We know that there's an R and a T. This one can't be too R. It's got to be trash, right? TRASH, because the R and the T can't be there. So that's good because we needed that S. That S is very valuable. This one here on the left starts with A, has an L. That's all we know. And it can't be 2 L's. So it can't be apple because that'd be PP. Could it be... It probably couldn't. I mean, I don't see a vowel. It could be AUL, A or AOL, but I don't think so. It could be apply. AP. No, it can't be apply because that's have two P's. It can't be apply. But we haven't used the Y yet, so I'm thinking maybe there's a word that ends in Y. So, but what could be? Abled. I was thinking about that. ABL. No, there's no E. Can't be Atlas because there's no T. We're going to wait on that one. I think it was kind of hard. What about this one down here where there was an A, but we also know there's an L and an E and an S. Let's see. Could it be scale? SCALE. I'm just wondering, could it be something besides C there? Because SPSN, no, that's different. Snail. Spale, no. Scale, yes. C. I think it has to be scale. Let's go for it, yeah. If you eliminate the things it can't be, or, you know what I mean? All right. Now that really helped because now we know this word starts in SC and then either has an O, probably an OU or an E. But it could be scope, scone. I don't think SCU blank E works. But SCO could be scope or scone. I think that's the two things. So that's a little tricky here. This one here, I believe this word here is going to be end in INCH. Like, but it could be pinch or winch. You want me to try scone? Look at, hey, let's try scone. It either is or isn't. See, good guess. By the way, that one's on you. You get the scone today. And as I mentioned, I knew there was an end, and I know where it's going to be. It's after the I, but it still could be pinch or winch. So we're going to wait on that one. Oh, we got some good stuff here. FLA. And then we don't know what else, but how many words could it be? Because it can't be flash. It can't be flabby. FLA. That's all we know about it. What do you think this word is? FLA something, and it has to be from these. It can't be a word. I was thinking a word like flank, right? But there's no N in it. Flaky. Oh, you were getting good at this. Okay, well, flaky. I can't see anything else it could be. See, you definitely are winning this game today. You have the whole thing in your mouth. Okay, this is interesting here because the O is not before that TH, and we know there's an M, but it's not month. Oh, it's got to be mouth. MOUTH. See, I got one. All right, we're doing good today though, and it's a group effort. All right, we only have two. This one, number 6 and number 1. It's number 6. Let's see. We know where the I is and the H is, and then there's an N and a C. Oh yeah, we already know this I N. We still could be winch or pinch. Let's wait on that one. Let's see what the top one is. We should be able to figure this one out. Well, yeah, it was flaky. It was definitely not flaby or flaggy. Those are not words. By the way. Okay, all right. So we know there's an O, and the O is not there. And it's not a lot because it can't have another L there. So it's a glow. AGLOW. And the good thing is if it's a glow, it'll tell us if it's winch or pinch. And we're going to look down here. It's winch because the W showed up. So not only did we win this game, and it was a group effort, we won it with one extra guess. You see at the bottom of which there's an empty space there. That means we had another guess. If I guessed pinch and it was actually winch, we'd have another guess. But we had an extra guess, and that was a win. Look at that. Man, you're a genius. That proves it. That proves it. I'm going to have a little Diet Coke to celebrate the whatever the fuck we just did. Okay, well, the games were a mixed bag. Who knew that? I won the Quartal. We got the revealed in really good time, or the reunion, the revealed in zero, right? Got the revealed reunion. We won. The Tightrope trivia didn't make my 2,000 points. Got a couple misses in there that just didn't know the answer. The loop we got because we only needed one kind of confirmation, and we did pretty well in the loop, I think. The connections, that's a win. We didn't get a perfect, but that's considered a win. This one, if we got the first one I got wrong, and that's fine. Two wrong, and that's no good. But one's fine. Oops. And that was a fun one. And then the Octurnal, we worked together to kick its ass, and it had a great time. All right. Well, gosh, where are we? We're almost an hour and 30 into this fantastic stream. I'm gonna grab my guitar, and as I always like to say at the start of the musical segment, but especially the one in which I might be singing, do locate the mute button and be ready to. No, I'm not grabbing my Yamaha. I got the Schecter today. You weren't here at the beginning. I showed it off. All right, let me do the mid roll, and then we'll see on the other side. Alrighty there. We are back to the show. Get my camera right here. Back to the television programming of the regular. Alright, so we got audio on. That's working. You got my two camera guitar view here. Yamaha is so much better. They're all about the same. I keep all my guitars kind of tuned and plugging through the same amplifier. All right, I like to switch them out. I've got so many. I'll actually go through a couple of it a day. But I had my Yamaha earlier here until earlier today. I'm like, I want to play my beautiful Schecter. This one, I like the Yamaha. The reason I own this guitar is because of a celebrity guitar player endorsement. Or effectively, I saw a person who I highly respect as a guitar player. In this case, Todd Rundgren. I don't know if people know who he is. He picked up one of these and was using it as his backup guitar. He's got a guitar called Foamy that he has been using for decades. But it's always good. So I saw him playing this guitar and a big photo, and I identified what the model was. And I looked it up at Sweetwater, and I thought, yeah, this is a model you could buy yourself. Although they're very hard to get, and I had to wait. I had to basically buy it, spend the money, and then wait like 3 months for it to be delivered. And when it's brand new. It was a couple years ago. First guitar I've ever had has the Floyd Rose. It's just a gorgeous. It's got all this abalone all over it. They make this guitar in two colors, white and like a, what do they call it? Some kind of like a burst, cherry burst. This was $1,250, which is a lot for a guitar, but not a lot for what you're getting. Considering the workmanship, I mean, how long does it take them to cut up all these little curved pieces of abalone? These are all little tiny. There's like at least 150 of them. They're cut into these little thin strips and then glued individually, one at a time. I think it must have taken a guy at least a week to do the inlays in this guitar. All these natural abalone inlays, multiple inlays in the neck. All the inlay, all these, the abalone goes, and then it came with regular black knobs, but I found a couple months ago I could purchase for $18 a set of these 3 knobs that actually have real abalone in the knob. So that's why I call it my all-abalone guitar. And it's got the EMG pickups. Anyway, they stopped making it in white. They only make it in the cherry sunburst. So you can no longer purchase it in white. You can get a used one in white, maybe, if you're lucky, if you really want it in white. But I'm one of the last persons who is able to get a new one of these. And again, they make the same model. It's a Hellraiser C1 FR Floyd Rose. They also make a Sustainiac version. They make a couple different versions. But this is the Platinum. It says Platinum there. It's kind of it says Diamond. Diamond is their highest kind of line. Shredder. I'm going for kind of tone, This is a Leonard Cohen song. I'm just going for, I don't know what I'm going for. I'm going to play this song because I like it. I just have to get the lyrics here. Sometimes I play this along with the thingy, but today I'm just going to play it and sing it as a solo. A little Oasis. Today's gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. But now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that you need anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I guess maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Today is gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead you there were winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. As maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. The ending, the outro. It's kind of fun to do solo songs. Here's another one. Come on in, take a seat next to me. You know we got what you need. We may be liars preaching to choirs, but we can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy, they got a pill for everything. Just take that dark cloud, ring it out to wash it down, but don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We are the ones who start little fires, yet they burn out. But when they're on the rise, they can't help but shine. And when the wave approaches, take our ashes to the ocean. Who cares if hell awaits? We're having drinks at heaven's gate, but don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We know that we're helpless, at least that's what we assume, but we don't need to prove nothing to you. let's all stay cool. You don't want to feel blue, but we won't sell you nothing what you can't use. Don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. So the lyrics to that fully memorized. I don't even play that often. Pretty sure those are the right lyrics. Yeah. It's not that hard song. It's by something the Man. Anyway, Modern Jesus by Portugal the Man, I think. All right, let's do so let me get some backing, a little backing track here. For I think the next one, the first one we're gonna do here is gonna be probably Peaceful Easy Feeling. It's just a great, relatively easy song. Let me get that set up here for you. There we go. Not easy, but I like the way your sparkling earrings lay against your skin so brown. I wanna sleep with you in the desert tonight, with a billion stars all around. I got a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. And I found out a long time ago what a woman can do to your soul. Oh, but she can take you anyway. You don't already know how to go. I got a peaceful, easy feeling, and I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. As a lover and a friend, this voice keeps whispering in my other ear, tells me I may never see you again. 'Cause I get a peaceful, easy feeling, probably get sick of it at some point. That's fine. It's not the song. Fun song to sing. I want to get to the opening. I want to do the opening elevator. I gotta learn this a little better. What desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, what a wicked game to play. Make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do, to let me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say. Never felt this way. What a wicked thing to do, to make me dream of you. And I don't want to fall in love. No, I don't want to fall in love with you. On fire and no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd love somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. Now I want to fall in love I probably could do art picker. What else do we want to do here? Let's do this one actually. That's not what I clicked on. Not losing my religion. Hold on a second. I get a second. This one goes out to the one I love. Right?
This one goes out to the one I left behind. A simple prop, occupy my time. This one goes out to the one I love. Goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I left behind. A simple prop to occupy my time. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I left behind. Another prop has occupied my time. This one goes out to the one I loved.
I want to do one more. I want to do that Counting Crow song, which I don't do too often. Let me see if I can find it. Which was the one I like to do? It's the one from Shrek. Accidentally in Love. It's Accidentally in Love. Thanks, right? Right? Isn't that the right song? Yeah, this one. That's my last one, but I like this one. Okay, got it from earlier. It's in G. Let's not play those, but I think I'll figure it out. Okay.
She said, what's the problem, baby? What's the problem? I don't know. Well, maybe I'm in love. Think about it every time. Think about it. Can't stop thinking about it. How much longer will it take to cure this, just to cure it, cause I can't ignore it. If it's love, makes me wanna turn around and face me, but I don't know that. Oh, come on, turn a little faster. Come on, world will follow after. Come on, 'cause everybody's after love. Oh, I said I'm a snowball running down into the spring that's coming. All this love melting under blue skies, melting out sunlight, shimmering light. Well, baby, I surrendered. The strawberry ice cream never end of all of this love. Well, I didn't mean to do it, but there's no escaping your love. These nights of lightning mean we're never alone. No. Come on, move a little closer. Come on, I wanna hear whisper. Come on, settle down inside of my love. Come on, jump a little higher. Come on, you feel a little lighter. Come on, we were once upon a time in love. We're accidentally in love. 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 Accidentally. I'm in love. 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 Accidentally. I'm in love. 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 Accidentally. Come on. Spin a little tighter. Come on, and the world's a little brighter. Come on, get yourself inside of her love. I'm in love. Come on. We're accidentally in love. I like that song. All right, maybe one more because I think I could burn my voice out if I do one more. What do we got here? Let's just do, I don't know, they're all good choices. Let me do this up here. No gay vote. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye, just like an angel. It makes me cry, but like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special, so fucking special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. Wanna have control. Want a perfect body. Want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. Wish I was special, but I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, oh, oh. She's running out the door. She's running out. She Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. So fucking special. Wish I was special. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Fun song to actually song. Not my favorite song, but it's a good song to perform. All right, back to the face cam. Turn off my reverbs. Reverb is just for the singing. Go back to the middle of the road here. Let me get this off here. That goes there. Oh, actually, I like this. I do like the guitar. It's not my favorite. It's a little thin. I'm still kind of figuring out the best tone, way to get the best tone out of it. But it plays very nicely, and I'll be enjoying it a lot. Anyway, it's a great guitar. What can I say? Okay, so let's remind ourselves to what happened today. There was a live stream on both the YouTubes and the Twitcherinos. A few people came by to say hi. And okay, so we flew around a couple of different places. I barely even remember where they were. One was like a national park. And one was Olukla, which is actually good because I haven't flown around Olukla, and I just wanted to confirm that they fixed the airport. They fixed it because I paid money for that, and then they messed it up. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. But so Olukla fixed, and that Canyonlands, Utah, really, really pretty Canyonlands. I got to tell you. That was a fun flight. And then we did the big bring ups. Guess what? It was a mixed bag. Win some, lose some. I think most of them we won today. Most of them are in the win column for the big brain games. Then I sat around and played guitar for a while, which is something I do on a daily basis anyway. You can't stop me. It's not something I'm doing special for stream. Every day I play the guitar a little bit, or the piano, or both. You know, I can turn that one right on in 2 seconds and start playing that one right there. And I like playing standing up. I actually prefer standing up. Okay, so they were roughly 2 hours in, a little more than 2 hours. That's a typical web stream. I could go longer, but I don't want to because I want to save some fuel in the tank for tomorrow. You know, we got to start up tomorrow and do the whole thing again. Got more Diet Coke in the fridge. It's cooling off, so it'll be good for that. I hope everybody has a great rest of your Saturday. We'll see you again on Sunday. Same time. It always starts 11:30 a.m. my time. I don't know what time it is your time. It could be 23 other time zones you're in. All right. That one's an important thing to say at the end here. I'm so glad we had this time together. There you go. You're kind of late, Amy, but that's fine. Thank you for coming by and saying I'm ending. You know, it's 2 hours in. That's kind of my stream time. But feel free to watch the VOD. I went to, as I mentioned, if you're just here, went to Canyonlands. They updated that. Well, I'll be streaming a lot in the future, so I'm sure you can come by. And I would like it. Anyway, this is my closer. I got a little Diet Coke. You can see it's kind of warm. It's kind of tan. It's not that deep brown. Yeah, we flew in Canyonlands. We've been flying around Bryce Canyon. We did a lot of the national parks. So we've been, but I'm still got a lot of national parks to do. A lot of them. So we're going to be doing national parks flying for the next couple of weeks. Anyway, as I'm saying, thank you all for coming by. If you came by at the end, don't worry. It is what it is. I do that all the time on other people's streams. I come by, say hi, and they're like, "Oh yeah, bye. I'm in your stream." It is what it is. That's just streaming. Anyway, my little outro goes like this: I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say, yep, so long. Carol Burnett. I don't know if you know this. All right, see you guys next time. But tomorrow, regular time. The day after that, lots more streaming to do.